It's moving also?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So earlier in the block 2, thermal and energy management, earlier there were only 2 units, 4 and 5. Now it is having 7 units. This is the only change. Okay. So whosoever is preparing for the examination now, they have to go through this material. If you are going to through the previous material also, then only 6 and 7 is added there. So for 6 and 7, you have to learn again. Okay. So energy management, as the name suggests, this subject is about the management of the energy. Okay. In your first semester courses, you have already studied about energy and environment. You have studied about energy and its conversion. And you have also studied heat transfers. So now in semester 2, you have to apply whatever you have learned in your semester 1 into this. So energy conversion, whatever you have learned in energy conversion, you have to apply all that knowledge in your renewable energy system also and energy management also. Okay. So here in energy management, renewable energy system, Shashank sir will be taking the classes. 1 or 2 classes I will also take. And we have lot of videos on each and every topic of renewable energy systems. So that channel I will share with you. So you people can go through all the videos, then you will be able to comprehend whatever is there. If you have any problem, then for that we will take separate lectures. Okay. And for energy management, this is about energy management. You know what are the various forms of energy, how energy could be generated, how energy could be converted, and how it is transformed. And we have learned in our energy conversion that we have to go for the direct energy conversion if we want to increase the efficiency. Now here in energy management, you have to learn that which method is more efficient, and how you will define that it is efficient or not depending upon its conversion efficiency, how much energy we are giving and how much energy we are taking. And with that, energy generation is one part. Another part is energy conservation. How you can manage energy, either by generating to meet the demand, or if you have to meet the demand, your demand is more and supply is less, then what the general principle of management says, that you have to save wherever you can save. So you have to go for the energy saving also, and we call it as energy conservation. And why we need to do energy conservation? Anyone? Why we need to do energy conservation? Why energy conservation is important? Energy conservation, I'm telling that we have to save energy. Okay. So why energy conservation is important for us? Yes, Sarika. Sarika, you can speak up. Mute कर लीजिए.
Energy conservation is needed to save energy for the future demands.
Yes. Yes. So,
sustainability, for our sustainability.
For our sustainability, very well said. So,
to meet the present demand when existing resources are not sufficient.
So, as we know that fossil fuels are going to deplete, so we have to conserve those fossil fuels so that our future generation also get that. Okay. And another thing, we also, for that fossil fuel, to conserve fossil fuel, we can do 2 things. Either we substitute to some renewable energy sources. Okay. Either we substitute it by some renewable energy source. Okay. Or we conserve energy or we save energy. So there are two things by which we can conserve our fossil fuels or the energy that we were utilizing till now, that is conventional energy. So mainly we have to substitute the fossil fuels, not hydro and all, because they are renewable already. So we don't need to save them. Though if we talk about electrical energy, even if we are generating it with the new and renewable energy resources, then also we have to conserve the end use of the energy, like electrical energy, if we are talking about. So we can save electrical energy whether it is generated by fossil fuel or renewable energy. So if we are going to conserve energy, so if you go through various research papers, then you will come to know that if we are generating 1 kilowatt energy and if we are saving 1 kilowatt energy, saving 1 kilowatt energy is better. Why? Anybody?
Yeah, it will reduce the installed capacity of the power plant.
Okay, anybody else?
Because ma'am, if we produce 1 kilowatt energy, then there will be the losses in transmission and distribution also.
When we will be generating, and when we are saving, those losses are also added here as an output, is it? So to conserve energy, we have either to substitute or we have to save the energy. So this is how we are going to manage our energy. So in the first block, we have learned about what is energy conservation, how energy conservation is done. And when we talk about energy conservation, the thing that comes to our mind is energy audit. Okay. So energy audit could be a preliminary one also and detailed one also. And what we do in energy audit, we account that from where we are getting input and what is our output. And in between, where are the losses? And then how we can minimize that loss. This is what energy audit is. So we generally make a list of all the equipments or all the areas where energy is either utilized or produced or generated, and we also make a use of the end users, that how much energy input we were giving, how much energy output we are giving. Then we compare that, or we identify the areas that these are the areas or the equipments where we can conserve energy or where is the scope of energy conservation. We identify them and either we replace the equipment. For example, earlier bulbs were used, now LEDs are used. Some people are using efficient fan regulators, etc. We are using star rated devices as well. So likewise we can change short term and short term, medium term and long term goals we can make depending upon the investments, obviously. Suppose I am going to save 10 rupees from a CFL bulb per month, and if I am getting that CFL bulb for 100 rupees, then what is the point? So at that point also I can switch for CFL bulb if the life of CFL bulb is more than that of the incandescent bulb that I was using. So when I am switching or when I am substituting any energy resource or anything from which energy I am getting, then I have to consider 2 points. One is its life and one is its price, and the other thing that how much I am getting saved. From that we will be calculating payback period, etc. That is also covered in this course that we will see. Okay, so this is how energy audit will take place. In one unit we will be also discussing about the energy audit instruments, how you are going to do energy audit. For that, certain instruments are there, and what should be the properties of those instruments. It should be transportable. Wherever you want to go, you can keep them with. It should be accurate and precise. So likewise for temperature, depending upon the range, you can use various kind of thermometers, thermocouples, etc. Likewise for temperature, voltage, ammeter, voltage, current, power, okay, pressure. So there combustion analyzers are there for measuring that how much combustion is there. Flue gas analyzers are there. So likewise you will do. Another thing that I forgot to tell, that while substituting towards renewable energy, one reason was fossil fuel depletion and another was environmental degradation as well. So whatever means we are going to switch over, its environmental impact we have to study as well. Okay. Then this energy audit, third unit is of third unit of your first block is very easy. It's energy audit of your home. So whatever you have learned in first two units, you have to apply that in your home. You have several appliances. How much energy is there you are utilizing? Where you can save, and then you can do it. Then in our second block, we are going to discuss about the thermal energy management. So how, because generally when we are talking about the energy, either we are utilizing energy in our home or industries in the form of thermal energy or electrical energy. Generally, these thermal energy and electrical energy are converted into the end use, either for mechanical work or anything, or for any appliances. We need either thermal energy or mechanical energy, more or less. Thermal energy means it could be converted from fuel as well. From chemical energy of fuel is first converted into heat energy, then we are utilizing it. So major focus that we have to do is on thermal energy management, because when you are burning fuel, okay, combustion is there, so you don't have anything on to control over the combustion phenomenon. Just you can change the form of the reaction, or you can make that product, or you can say the fuel, more efficient by adding or doing something. But the major thing where you can manage energy is either the thermal field by doing thermal balances or by electrical energy balances. So in two blocks we will be discussing about thermal energy management in one block, and in one block we will be discussing about electrical energy management. In thermal energy management, we will give you a brief description of thermodynamics, various laws of thermodynamics, how energy is generated, the concept of quality of energy, properties, boundaries, etc. that we will be discussing in introduction to thermodynamics. Then another is exergy analysis. Exergy means the energy that is available to do work, that we have learned in energy conversion very well, that not all the form of energy is converted into the useful work. Some of the energy is waste as well. So the energy that is utilized for converting it into the useful work is generally known as exergy. So for a system, we will do exergy analysis in detail. When we will do exergy analysis, we will be able to calculate about the losses as well, and how much useful energy we are getting there, how we have to enhance the exergy, or we have to enhance the efficiency of any system we will be discussing here. Then sixth unit will be waste heat recovery. That whenever a process in the power plants, if you have seen, some of the heat get wasted, and we utilize that heat to do something useful. So that waste heat recovery could be done by 2 or 3 methods, which will be discussed in this chapter, waste heat recovery. And then the last one will be on the cogeneration. Cogeneration means generation of two things parallelly. Suppose you are generating power in power plant, and some of the heat is getting waste there. So what we will do, we will utilize this heat for doing something, or for heating purpose. So heat and power, generation of heat and power together or simultaneously. So that will be known as cogeneration. So there are many cycles: topping cycle, bottoming cycle. That all the cycles we will be discussing in this particular unit. Then our third block is about electrical engineering. In the very first unit, you will learn about the basics of electrical engineering, Kirchhoff's law, etc. These will be discussed. Then in our second unit, you will be discussing about the various energy conversion mechanisms. So that you have learned in your MRW001 also. Sanjay sir. Yes?
Ma'am, are you giving your PDF?
Yes, yes.
It's not moving for me.
No, earlier I was not moving.
Ma'am, it's still stuck on block 2, thermal and
Okay.
energy management.
Okay. I was not moving actually. Should I move?
Oh. Yeah, ma'am, if that's convenient.
Okay. Okay. It is convenient. Because actually the blocks are made by me. I had gone through them several times. So that's why it was on the tip, so I was not moving them. Is it coming?
Yeah.
I think now it is coming. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So Sanjay sir has taken several classes of energy conversion last time, and he has discussed all these things in detail. So those things will help you to learn this electrical energy management, and he will take a class someday for this block 3 electrical energy management, because I am from mechanical engineering background. I know very basics of electrical engineering. So though I know whatever is used in energy management, but he will be the better person to teach this. Okay, so here in unit 8, it is visible now, na?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
So in unit 8, we will be discussing about the basic electrical fundamentals. Okay, energy, how energy is converted. Then we will discuss about how voltage is generated, current, Kirchhoff's law of voltage and current, some phasor diagrams we will be discussing. Okay. Then in unit 9, we will be discussing about the various energy conversion principles, and that we have already learned in MRW001. And here we will also learn in detail about every energy conversion mechanism. Do you remember any one of the energy conversion mechanism related to electrical engineering that we have learned in MRW001? Have you? We have learned about the motors, AC generators, transformers, all in short there, na? Is it? You have learned, na? That AC, DC machines, etc. in MRW. So those were very basic. Here you will learn in detail. So you don't have to go in detail so much. You have to just learn about the construction and its principle. Okay. Numericals will not come from the machines or those things. Only construction and principle you should know of each and every machine that is given here. Then in unit 10, we will be discussing about various electrical installations, what is switch, earthing, etc. That we will be discussing here. Switch gears, etc. Elements of power plant, power system. Then we will discuss that how power is, and there we will discuss that how power is distributed, where are various losses, etc. That we will be discussing. And then in the last block, whatever you have learned, we will apply it here. So we will give you several examples of some of the industries, like how energy audit and conservation is done in a steel company, how energy audit and conservation is done in wire manufacturing company or in Vanaspati industries. So, and in between these units, we will give you the concept of short-term, long-term, and medium-term energy conservation measures. For example, if I want to do energy conservation, apply some energy conservation in my house. So short-term is what for whatever thing I will get payback period. My payback period will be within a month, and for long-term, it will be in years. So, for example, if I want to install some solar PV system, etc., then it will be in long-term energy conservation. And if I want to just change my habits, or I want to change for the CFL bulb, that will come in this short-term energy conservation measures. Then how energy conservation could be done? By energy efficient devices. Bulbs are there, regulators are there. When should one has to use AC, when one should have to use these desert coolers, then concept of evaporative cooling, etc. will be there, how to calculate payback. These things will be discussed in between these 12, 13 and 14 units. So last unit will be energy conservation by energy efficient devices. So this fourth block you will find it very easy, and first block also is very easy. That is, general things are there. So first and fourth you have to do thoroughly, and from second and third, depending upon your interest, you have to choose any one, or you can do one block whole, and from second block some of the important portions you can do. For example, a student from electrical background will go for block 3 whole, and from block 2 you will go for important laws and all those things. So that will be better. Okay. So let us start from first block. Okay. Okay. So let's start with what is energy management, or why we need energy management. What is the significance of energy management? Anyone? Significance of energy management. Anyone? Why do we need energy management? I had started from here only. Why do we need energy management? Anyone? Am I audible? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Visible and audible also.
So, significance of energy management is there. Why? Because energy is the major thing that defines the economics of any country. Okay, energy is the thing that is required by each and every country, whether it is developing or developing. We all need energy. So energy is a basic thing which we need for our day-to-day life as well. So there is significance for energy management, because when all of us need that particular thing. So we have to make a balance, so that there should be always a balance between the supply and demand. So if we want to meet our demand, either we should be able to increase our supply, or if we are not able to increase our supply, we have to conserve it or save it, so that all of us can utilize it. So this is the significance of energy management, that to improve our economy, to improve our import and export, also we have to conserve energy, or we have to manage energy. Okay. Like if we take an example of India, we are dependent on various countries for our oil need, and without that we could not survive. If any of the country will close its supply or will stop its supply, then we will not be able to survive. So we have to manage energy, we have to manage the resources that are available in our country so that we will not be dependent upon the other countries. So this is why the energy management is very significant. Now, what are the various strategies for energy management? Anybody? Strategies for energy management. So, generally, there are three kinds of energy, you can say that strategies, majorly, if we identify. One is low cost, one no cost, where we are not going to spend anything, or expenditure will be very, very less. How it will be done? By using good housekeeping measures, by avoiding the wastage, etc., by using good equipments like 5-star rating equipments, etc. So this will be under low cost or no cost strategy. Then moderate cost is by modifying some design or operations. These are generally done in the industries, etc. And insulating our equipment, etc. So these are moderate costs. Modification will not cost more. And then high cost strategies, where we will spend more amount, to achieve large energy money savings. For example, we will go for cogeneration, we will go for waste heat recovery devices we will utilize. We will switch over to some renewable energy resources, like we will install solar PV, or we will be adopting the biomass or making our gasifier, etc. We can go for the hybrid mode of energy production as well. So these are the strategies that we need for energy management. Okay. Then what is the role of this energy conservation measures? What is the role of these energy conservation measures? How they are going to benefit us? That you have to learn. Okay. Then what are the barriers? Actually, there are a lot of trainings, there are a lot of awareness is there. Okay, we are getting subsidies also from the government. Then also, why energy conservation is not there in each and every house or in each and every institute or organization? What are the various barriers that are there which are stopping us from conserving the energy? Anyone?
Lack of awareness.
But there are lot of training programs and lot of awareness programs also. PCRA was leading earlier, and they are going school to school. So, anything else? Yes. After all these efforts, there is less awareness among people. Then, second point.
Due to high initial investment,
One by one, please. Abhishek ji, boliye aap.
due to initial investment is higher in that case.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Actually, due to some problem, it was on the phone. 40 minutes is what are the various stages for this energy condition?
Ma'am, your voice is cracking.
No, also.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sana? Okay, if the voice is not proper, then I think that we should wind up this session now. Can we meet up tomorrow 7:30? 7:30 morning tomorrow,
You,
same link.
morning, ma'am. We have duty, ma'am. Evening.
That's why I'm
Not
asking.
for working people, ma'am.
Huh?
Not possible for working peoples.
That's
Yes,
why
ma'am.
I am asking. Otherwise, I would have told at 7:30.
But now,
So
madam, you are not
evening
in the-
this time is okay.
Yes, ma'am. This
Okay,
time okay, ma'am.
This time is okay, ma'am. Let